Magandang tanghali mga ka-lunchies. Welcome to another episode of LunChat with CSC. I am your host, Alex Diaz-Tatoy of the CSC Public Assistance and Information Office.
Ayan, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Welcome po sa lahat ng viewers natin via the CSC Facebook page and also the CSC YouTube channel. I am also one of your hosts, Rose Salazar from the CSC Public Assistance and Information Office. Yan. So, Alex, very exciting today ang ating topic, correct?
Tama yan, Miss Rose.
Oo.
Yes, dahil pag-uusapan natin ang isa na naman sa pinakabago at napapanahong policy na inilabas ng CSC kamakailan lang. Yan ang CSC Resolution number 2200-209 o ang Policies on Flexible Work Arrangements in the Government.
Ayan. So, bakit kamo ito napapanahon or relevant ngayon? So, ano-ano ba yung mga flexible work arrangement na tinutukoy dito? Paano kaya ito may a-avail ng mga kawani ng pamahalaan? At ano ang magiging epekto nito sa serbisyo publiko? So, yun po yung mga tatalakayin natin sa ating discussion.
Yes. Pag-uusapan natin yan maya-maya lang. Ihanda nyo ang inyong mga katanungan at susubukan po nating sagutin yan live on air. Also, don't forget to hit like, comment, and share so more people can join the discussion. Huwag po kayong bibitiw, magbabalik po ang LunChat with CSC. Welcome to LunChat with CSC. Learn about the CSC's policies and programs, and catch the latest announcements and useful HR tips. Interact with your hosts, Alex Diaz-Tatoy and Rose Salazar, live from CSC's official Facebook page and official YouTube channel. This is LunChat with CSC. Welcome back sa ating mga ka-lunchies. Ayan. Miss Rose, natatawa lang ako kasi yung itsura ko dun sa OBB, yun din yung suot ko ngayon. Pero marami po akong damit. Disclaimer lang. Ayan. So, binabati po natin ang mga kasama nating nanonood ngayon. So, meron ako mga nakita. Ayan, Miss Rose, sila Janina Pakuan, nanonood raw sila. Actually, churchmate ko yan. So, kasama rin nating nanonood sila Skinny Chub, si Gad Kaap Dumaguete. Good morning po sa inyo. At welcome sa ating LunChat. Ayan.
Dami talaga nating viewers for today, Alex.
Yes.
So, remember po, ang topic natin ngayon ay tungkol sa CSC Resolution number 2200-209 o ang policies on flexible work arrangements in the government. So,
very true. So, ayan, Miss Rose, alam ko. Go po.
Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share so that maraming mga tao makakapanood ng video na to. Alex, kailangan ma-share and spread the love.
Yes. So, this is regarding work arrangement. Ayan. So, yung mga work from home na yan, pagbalik sa office, ganyan. So, Miss Rose, nasan ka ba ngayon? Wait lang, nasan ka ngayon?
Ngayon po ay naka-work from home tayo.
Ayan, grabe. Ako rin work from home ako ngayon. Nasa Seoul ako ngayon. Sa Seoul. Sultan Kudarat. Parang luma ng joke.
Oo nga. Okay, teka lang. Bago tayong dyan, focus muna tayo sa ating topic today. At dahil dyan, kasama po natin ngayong tanghali si Director 3, Sheila G. Acuña ng CSC Human Resource Policy and Standard Office. Ito po ang ating, yan. Welcome to LunChat, Director.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon na sa lahat, lalo na yung mga nakasubaybay sa atin sa LunChat. Thank you.
Yan. Thank you po, Director. Yan. So,
invitation today. Go ahead, Alex.
Alright. So, Director, kumustahin po muna namin kayo. How are you coping with the pandemic? Kumusta naman po?
Ngayong pandemic, dahil mas madali na yung mag-communicate through the internet, online, so mas marami kaming nare-receive na mga queries, mga requests. So, I guess mas maraming trabaho, pero the work that we're being done, they are very interesting because we are in interesting times. Kaya okay naman. Generally, okay
Ayan.
naman.
Ay, good to hear po, Director. So, siguro Miss Rose, simulan na natin ang questions dahil ready na si Director Sheila.
Go
Alright,
ahead.
so eto po ang ating first question. Director Sheila, bakit po naglabas ang CSC nitong Resolution number 2200209? Ano po ang mga layunin nito?
Yeah. Bali nung mga nakalipas na panahon ano, we are bugged with different challenges. Unang-una yung nagkaroon ng matinding traffic because of the different infrastructure, yung construction ng mga different infrastructure ng government. And secondly, yearly laging meron tayong mga calamities, mga natural or
Mm.
man-made na kailangang pagdaanan. And then lastly, ito nga yung very challenging na pandemic because of COVID-19. So all of these challenges, uh, in a way, nagdi-disrupt na ano yung ating mga government functions. So
Mm.
the CSC, syempre mindful of these challenges and the disruptions in the work of our government employees. So we took it upon ourselves na reviewin yung ating mga policies on government on work arrangements, specifically yung mga sa time. So itong policy, yung sinasabi nga na CSC Resolution 2200209 na
Mm.
sinircularize through Memorandum Circular Number 6 Series of 2022, it aims to institutionalize yung mga different work arrangements para sa mga government officials and employees para ma-ensure yung efficient and effective performance ng governmental functions despite all these challenges na nadadaanan natin. And
Mm.
also, syempre, while delivering public service, would like to ensure yung protection ng health, safety, and welfare ng ating
Ayan.
mga government employees. So, balance yung while we need to continue yung governmental function, kailangan din protected ang ating government workforce.
True. Thank you po, Director Sheila. Actually, nung narinig po namin na magkakaroon ng ganyang policy, medyo in a way, it's a relief kasi given na para sa mga may sasakyan, mahal ang gasoline ngayon. Tapos medyo
Yeah.
tumataas pa ang COVID cases sa mga nagko-commute. So, it's really a relief. Thank you po. So,
Opo,
ayan.
tama.
Ayan.
Director Sheila, may question lang din po ako. Doon po sa policy natin, sino-sino po yung sakop nito?
Okay. So as to the scope and coverage ng policy. So ang policy covers all appointive government officials and employees. So sa lahat ng government agencies, whether they are from the constitutional bodies, from the national government agencies, yung ating mga kasama sa government-owned or controlled corporations with original charters, and even sa mga local government units and state universities and colleges. So lahat ng appointive government workers, regardless of status of appointment, so whether permanent, temporary, provisional, yan, or fixed term, kasama. Now, may mga tanong tayo na tatanggap, whether paano yung mga ating mga elective officials, yung si
Mm.
Meta elective officials,
Opo.
whether sa national or sa local, they are governed by the internal guidelines. So they can formulate internal guidelines for them. Now, mas marami ang nagtatanong, paano daw ang ating mga kasama na mga contract of service workers at saka mga job
Mm.
order
Job orders.
workers. Yeah, oo. May provision dun sa policy na we are enjoining the Department of Budget and Management as well as the Commission on Audit to formulate yung parallel issuance para sa mga ating COS and JO workers, well, taking into consideration the parameters na laid out din sa ating policies. So, yan.
Alright. Thank you very much po, Director. And sa tingin ko, Miss Rose and Director, everyone is agreeing, especially sa comments. Nakita ko si Jar Ramos, ang sabi niya, this is a good policy raw because there are work that can be done at home, yung mga output-based na work such as mga reports and stuff like that. So, ayan. So, nag-a-agree po sila. Next question ko po, Director, ano-ano yung klaseng flexible work arrangement na maaaring i-adapt ng isang government agency or office?
Yeah, under dito sa MC6 series of 2020, we have six different types of flexible work arrangements that our agencies in government can adopt. So first is the flexi place. The
Mhm.
flexi place, oo, ito yung pwede ka pa rin siyang i-define into three types. Yung work from
Mm.
home, na ngayon ginagawa natin because we are working from home now, right? Di ba? So, work from satellite office,
Mhm.
then work from another fixed place. Then
Mm.
meron din tayong compressed work week. Ito yung mga dati na nating nai-introduce sa ating policies on alternative work arrangements, eh, 'di ba? Yung compressed work week, then yung skeleton workforce,
Mm.
work shifting, flexi time, and then yung last, pwedeng mag-combination itong mga different work arrangements yung mga agencies. Now, depending on the yung or applicability sa kanilang mandate sa functions. So, siguro isa-isahin ko yung
Mhm.
each flexible work arrangement. So yung flexi place, sabi nga natin we have three types, pero generally this is a work arrangement na output based. So sabi nga natin flexi place, so you can work in any place. Pero may mga parameters tayo, hindi lang basta-basta any place.
Ayan.
Yeah. So una kasi yung work from home na type na flexible work, flexi place, work from home. So from the name itself, it's a work arrangement kung saan
Mhm.
yung ating mga government workers sa kanilang bahay or tahanan or sa
Mhm.
kanilang residences nila sila nag-work. Now, on the work from satellite office, they are allowed to work in another office of their agency aside from dun sa kung saan yung kanilang place of assignment. So,
Mm.
pwede yan na yung satellite office nila is on their regional office, kung nasa
Mhm.
central office sila, or sa field office. Now, yung work from another fixed place, ito naman, it's a work arrangement where our government employees can work in any fixed place within the Philippines, kailangan within the Philippines. And
Mm.
then, ang parameter lang natin, pag sinabi nating any fixed place, it should be a place conducive for productive work and efficient performance. Hindi
Okay.
pwedeng fixed place na medyo magulo, hindi tayo makapagtrabaho. So
Sa beach daw,
so
ma'am.
yeah.
Sa Starbucks, madam.
Yan. Oh, pwede naman 'yan siguro kung halimbawa kasi depende rin 'yan sa
Mm.
magiging agreement between the employee and the supervisor, and then subject 'yan to the approval of the head of office or head of agency.
Mm.
So, yan. Now another consideration when adopting the flexi place, pwede yan in different conditions. Meron tayong identified in the policy three conditions. It can be regular, wherein the work arrangement can be requested, yung flexi place can be requested at an alternative work site anytime. So magiging regular siya and recurring basis. So ito pa rin ay subject to the agreement with the supervisor and approval by the head of office.
Mm.
Now for situational, pwede ito sa mga ad hoc task, yung hindi siya talagang yung regular, yung biglang nabigyan ka ng special assignment. And then, yon pwedeng mag-request ka or you can be placed under a flexi place work arrangement.
Mm.
So, may ano din yan, may specific period of time and may specific din na mga deliverables that you will be asked to perform. And then the last is the based on medical condition. These
Okay.
are allowed for government officials naman who are recuperating from a medical condition. So it will be the duration of this flexi place work arrangement will be based on the certification issued by the attending physician of the government employee,
Mhm.
and the request should be supported by medical records of the government employee. So yan yung ating sa flexi place. Ito yung medyo bago dito sa ating policy because the other work arrangements, we already introduced that dun sa ating policies on alternative work arrangements such as yung compressed work week wherein yung required na 40 hours na kailangan i-complete natin within a work week. Supposedly 5 days, di ba, in a week tayo magre-report to work. Pero with the compressed work week, it can be 4 days or less. So, depende yan sa kung ano applicable sa agencies. Now, we also have the skeleton workforce na if the full staffing is not possible pag lalo na nung nag-pandemic, right,
Yes
yung
po.
height ng pandemic, hindi po pwedeng lahat papasok. So yung skeleton workforce, it's the minimum number of government workforce na required to report to the office. Now for
Ayan.
work shifting, ito naman yung work arrangement adopted by agencies mandated by law to operate 24 hours. So, kailangan continuous yung services nila such that yung mga employees, they are given a specific na time, shift para pumasok or to work, to report for work. Now, for flexi time, ito naman, the agencies is allowed to adopt flexi time na wherein government officials can start their work as early as 7 o'clock and end not later than 7 o'clock in the morning yung pag-start and then end not later than 7 p.m. in the evening naman. So that's on a daily basis and ang requirement pa rin dyan is that they complete the 40 hours requirement na in a work week. Tapos
Ayun.
yung task niya is combination. So yun, marami ng mga options na pwedeng i-adopt ang agency. So it will all depend on them kung ano yung magiging applicable. Depende sa kanilang mandate and functions.
Ayun. Thank you po for clarifying. Ang dami po pala talagang options natin ngayon
Yes.
according dito sa ating bagong policy. Ma'am, so ngayon may tanong po ako regarding doon sa pinaka-initial natin na sinabi, yung flexi place. So doon sa flexi place, sino po yung maaring mag-request nito? At ito lang po ba yung mga empleyado na yung function nila pwedeng gawin sa bahay? Yun lang, sila po lang ba yung pwedeng mag-request?
Yeah, actually, nabanggit na natin kasi kanina, no, yung different conditions and the different types of flexi place. So, along with yun dun sa ating policy, naka-embody dyan yung mga general parameters, the parameters when implementing the flexi place. So, yun nga, pwede naman yan yung work from home or the flexi place in general can be requested by anyone that they know that they can perform their work outside of the office. Outside of the office, oo. Now, kung halimbawa naman may work sila that should be performed the office but they are in a special situation like during emergence ng national or local outbreak and then stranded sila in a certain place, they can also request and then the agency can provide alternative or they can give them alternative work task na depende sa kanilang level of position. Now, also, if their place of assignment is located within 1 kilometer radius from facilities na where infected or suspected patients are doing their tasks, so pwede din yan kasi they can be exposed to infectious diseases, so they can also request for flexible work arrangement. Or kung halimbawa they are in a place of assignment na calamity stricken, so yon they can also request for so there are several parameters that they can look into. Nandun lahat yun sa policy. It's clearly spelled out in the policy.
Right. Director Sheila, follow-up question lang po. Kasi na-imagine ko yung sarili ko, halimbawa, magre-request po ako ng flexi place. Tapos, naisip ko po, halimbawa, sa Starbucks ako mag-work. So, halimbawa, paano po natin make sure or paano malalaman ng mga supervisors natin or mamo-monitor ng mga supervisors yung trabaho ng kanilang mga staff habang naka-flexi place? Meron po bang
Yeah.
parang certain parameters na binigay, or kanya-kanya? Paano po yun, Director?
Yeah. Part of the general requirements when agencies are to adopt flexible work arrangements, they also should adopt a monitoring mechanism,
Hmm,
lalo-lalo na dun sa pag-submit ng mga accomplishment, ng mga required na accomplishment. It can be daily or weekly. So, kailangan mag-institute din ng performance standards ang agency so that they can monitor and they can evaluate kung paano yung performance ng mga employees or officials who are under flexible work arrangement. Kailangan clear yon kasi
hmm,
kaya nga pag mag-institute or mag-a-adopt sila ng flexible work arrangement, they will have to formulate internal guidelines, and when formulating these internal guidelines, kailangan may consultation with the employees kasi it will affect din syempre yung kanilang performance and yung delivery ng kanilang mga outputs sa
mm.
office. Mm.
Okey.
Okay, ayun ma'am. So relevant pala talaga siya 'no, lalo na sa ano natin ngayon, sa scenario natin with the pandemic. So
True.
ma'am, meron pa tayong isang option which is working from the satellite office. So definitely ito yung gusto rin malaman, yung may malapit lang sa kanila katulad po ako, I'm from the province din. So gusto ko rin malaman kung option ba sa'kin yung malapit na regional office. So, paano po 'yun, ma'am? Paano po kami makikipag-coordinate doon sa, let's say, doon sa satellite office? 'Pag gusto namin yung working from a satellite office.
Yeah. If you will be requesting to work from a satellite office, it should be with the agreement with your supervisor
Mhm.
and to be
Mm,
approved by the head of office. And then
Hmm,
syempre during that time na agreement, kailangan during that time, syempre yung supervisor mo, you will have to coordinate with the satellite office kung paano yung mga arrangement. Syempre, 'di ba? Baka there will be some cost that will have to be
mm.
considered.
mm.
Yan. Mm. So kayo 'yan yung makikipag-coordinate din with the
Ah,
satellite office.
so
Internal
internal
siya.
coordination na. Okay po.
Yes.
Okey. Oo nga, Miss Rose, yun yung napansin ko, kailangan talaga well and properly communicated
Oo.
ang lahat sa work arrangements na ito. And Director Sheila, another type of work arrangement po is yung, working from another fixed place. So ano po yung ibig sabihin ng fixed place, and meron po bang mga lugar na pinagbabawal na pagtrabahuhan ng isang empleyado under this type of arrangement? And kailan din po maaaring maging applicable ang ganitong uri ng flexi place arrangement or fixed place arrangement?
Yeah. When we say no, work from another fixed place, yun ngang term na another fixed place, kailangan clear din na this place should be within the Philippines.
Okey.
And then, oo, hindi pwedeng mag-abroad ka tas doon na yung fixed place
'Di
mo.
puwedeng nasa
So,
Seoul.
kailangan within the Philippines pa rin. And then, it
Okey.
should be a place na conducive for productive work. So, ibig sabihin, kung if you'll be working and part of your work will be to connect to internet, kailangan yun dun sinasabi mong fixed place should be equipped with the proper equipment, with yung mga kailangan yung mga gamit na para makapag produce ka nung output na required sa kasi when you are under a fixed place work arrangement, kailangan certain din kung ano yung mga deliverables na will be expected of you. So yun, it should be a place where you can perform yung job mo, yung duties mo without any interference. Kumbaga hindi ka mahihirapan
Mm.
na gawin yung trabaho mo. Sabihin, baka mamaya yung place mo, sinasabi nyo kanina, di ba, in a cafe. So,
Mm.
merong internet pero baka naman masyado maingay, 'di ba? Or maraming
Opo.
mga customers. So, yun, that would have to be considered and it should be ano rin, kasama pa rin yun sa pag-uusap with the supervisor and the head of office na mag-aano ng approval.
Okay. So, dapat talaga conducive yung environment for you
Yes.
to work.
Yes.
Oo, para maging productive din yung outcomes. Ayan. So ma'am, doon po tayo sa on adoption of flexi place under regular condition. So pag ganito po ba, ma'am, may limit po kaya yung kung ilang araw sa isang linggo maaring mag-request ng flexi place?
Yeah. Kasi ang sabi natin na the flexi place work arrangement is something temporary. Pero
Mhm.
Mm.
it's something temporary because there are certain conditions nga. Pero dito, we are saying that this is under regular condition or recurring basis. Kasi parang there's a certain condition nga na in place kaya you have to be on a flexi place. So if that condition now cease to persist na, yung ibig sabihin na into na, so pwede nang maano din yung bumalik na tayo. Kasi ang general naman talaga natin na policy on work arrangement is that 8 to 5 talaga tayo sa office, di ba? 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. And we only adopt the flexi place uh, upon request and upon approval by the supervisor and head of agency. So if that condition cease to exist na, so babalik
Mm.
na dun sa regular or the general na work arrangement talaga.
Okay. Yan.
Mm.
Wag abusuhin. Yan ang parang term natin diyan. So kapag okay na, wag na nating abusuhin
Mm.
dahil temporary lang yan. Thank you po,
Yeah.
Director. And question po regarding doon sa flexi place due to medical condition. Kasi alam naman po natin na marami po sa ating mga kapwa lingkod bayani, ayan, ng mga kapwa government workers natin ay meron ng edad. Kasama po ba sila? Or kasama rin po ba yung maaaring mga nahihirapan sa pagpasok sa opisina dahil sa init ng panahon, dahil traffic, tapos minsan yung iba halimbawa sa SM North EDSA grabeng haba ng mga pila diyan, eh. So kasama rin po ba sila kung halimbawa?
Yeah, oo. Marami na rin tayong mga government workers na may edad na, no? But because
Mm.
itong flexi place, due to medical condition, it's specific for our government workers na kumbaga they have medical conditions talaga that are certified by
Hmm.
their attending physician. So ito talaga yung meron ng may mga chronic ailments, ganyan, or may mga ano talaga ah,
Para
kumbaga may
ma-existing
medical,
po na
may
okey.
existing na talaga sila
Mm.
na medical conditions. So,
Hmm.
hindi siya basta-basta na 'pag may nararamdaman ka, puwede ka naman 'di ba? Oo, hindi
Oo.
gano'n. Kailangan talaga it should be certified by medical ano din, by our medical experts din or the attending physician or doctors. So
Mm.
that kasi when you request for flexi place due to medical condition, your request should be supported by medical records.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hindi puwede yung parang feel ko ngayong lagnatin kaya magfe-flexi place muna ako, hindi puwede siya, Director. Oo.
Hindi. Meron naman tayong sick leave. So, puwedeng mag-sick leave.
Ayan. Ayan, mag-sick leave, hindi yung
Oo.
dinadahilan yung mga ganyan.
Hindi siya in
Mm.
all cases hindi siya applicable, Kaya
Mm.
kailangan tingnan nating maigi yung policy na kasi actually the flexi place for medical condition, this is provided for government workers na though they have medical conditions, they can still perform their functions
Mm.
outside of the office. So they are still physically and mentally able to perform. So ano to parang it's an extra kumbaga privilege for them to given para makapag-work pa rin sila in another place outside of the office.
Alright. Actually, meron kaming ganyan case din po sa office namin kaya it's
Mm.
really a blessing na may mga ganito talagang policy.
Oo, no, nagagrab
Yeah.
yung mga options na ganito
Yes.
para rin makapagtrabaho sila ng maigi. Ayun.
Mm.
Ayan. So, ma'am, question lang po dito sa medical condition. Siyempre po, it covers din yung mga pregnant women, correct po ba?
Yeah.
So, yung may mga kasama nating, as mentioned, yung medical conditions, yung may mga comorbidities. So, covered din siya sa policy. So, and I
Yeah,
believe, sige po,
kasama
ma'am.
diyan yung mga ang ating mga government employees na may na immunocompromised, yung
Mhm.
ating mga senior citizens or yung mga ating mga pregnant women, lalo na kasi
Mhm.
siyempre nasa critical condition sila, and then kung
Mm.
halimbawa merong mga katulad na at this time na pandemic na nag nag-i-increase uli yung ng
Mm.
ating mga number of yung mga patients with COVID-19. So, pwede silang i-consider for for flexi place due to medical conditions.
So, at risk, yung mga at risk din po talaga na pumasok. Okay.
Yes.
Ayun. So,
Alright.
salamat ma'am for clarifying on that as well. So,
Mm.
we have another question po kasi meron tayong compressed work week din, ma'am. So,
Mm.
dito po, so ang tanong namin dito is, maaari po bang i-apply yung compressed work week sa mga opisinang nag-render ng frontline service? Kasi 'di ba like what you said, so 8 to 5 lang po tayo, tas Mondays to Fridays. 'Pag po frontline service, pwede po ba din maging applicable itong, work arrangement na ito?
Yeah. It's part of the general requirement under our policies that when agencies adopt the flexible work arrangement, they should ensure that agencies are uh, giving continuous delivery of service from 8 to 5, including lunch break throughout the work week. So, even if they are adopting itong compressed work week that such that yung employees can work for 4 days or less in kumbaga on site, but the agencies should make sure that kumbaga they are delivering their frontline services yun nga 8 to 5 and 5 days a week. Kasi yun
Mhm.
ang requirement natin sa law talaga na we should ensure that all stakeholders are assured of this government service.
Okay.
Alright.
So yung
Okay.
employees pwede silang mag-compress work week pero without detriment naman dun sa
Mm.
delivery of public services. So yun ang
Kailangan
isang
covered pa rin.
constant doon. Mm.
Mhm.
Mm. Okay, thank you very much, Director. And may question lang po dito sa comments, Director, from Ian Mendez. Ang sabi niya, how about po yung mga mag-aaral po ng masters? Ganyan. Can we request for 7 to 4 sked? I've been meaning to ask that din po, Director, kasi nag-aaral din ako ngayon. So, paano po yung mga ganong bagay, kung halimbawa?
I think yung diyan is the flexi time. If you
Mm.
can be you can adapt, you can request for a flexi time work arrangement such that you start your work as early as 7 o'clock and then you end at 4 o'clock. Oo, kasi
Mhm.
the usual is 8 to 5 pero itong magiging earlier para at least mas maaga maka-report naman sa school, di ba? So, I think, oo, pwede yan. And kasi kung halimbawa, you are doing masteral, kung naka, ano ka naman, kasi you are also, doing work. So,
Opo.
pwede naman, you can request and it's still up to the agency if
Hmm.
part of the internal guidelines of the agency that employees can adopt yung flexi time.
Okay.
Oo. So
So,
it's
parang
important pa rin talaga na may internal guidelines yung agency.
ayan. So parang ang key pa rin talaga, Director Sheila, is dapat communicated sa supervisors, tapos dapat output-based pa rin, dapat may nagagawa pa rin kapag nagre-request ng mga ganitong uri ng flexi work arrangement, ganyan.
Yes.
Okay, sige po.
Important talagang
Thank you.
communication.
True, true. Alright, so meron pa pong ibang questions, Director, dito sa, ayan, sa comments. So from Rose C. Torres, Miss Rose kapangalan mo pa, ayan. Sabi niya, "How about po yung
Ako
sked
talaga yan.
namin now?" Oh, baka siya talaga 'to, Director. So how about po yung sked daw nila na 8-16-16, ano yun? Kasi po iwas sa dami ng tao sa office since shifting kami and okay, hospital daw sila. Puwede po ba namin ituloy yung time na 'yan, yung 8-16-16? Ano yun?
I think kasi they are adopting nga yung shifting work schedule. And for every shift, instead na 8 hours per shift, they are adopting yung sinasabi nila 8-16-16, di ba? Kasi pag
Yung
tinotal
hours
may
po,
40,
opo.
Mm.
oo. Yung first shift nila is 8 hours, the
Yeah.
next is 16 hours, and the next is
Mm.
16 hours.
Grabe.
Oo, continuous kasi 'yan pag pag shifting. So, sa hospital ganyan eh. Now, ang shifting kasi, it will all yun nga ang sinasabi natin important talaga is may internal guidelines. So, and when formulating the internal guidelines, importante din na uh, yung communication pa rin, the consultation with the employees and between the employees and the management, because it's the management that will approve yung or the head of agency that will approve the work arrangement to be adopted by the agency. So kung ang sked nila 8-16-16, it's within dun sa parameters pa rin naman ng ating work arrangements, and within dun sa internal guidelines nila. It can be depende po yan sa depende pa rin sa agency. Ang constant lang naman natin is the 40 hours work week with 40 hours in a work week. And yun nga yung delivery of public service na 8 to 5, lalong-lalo na if they have frontline services. Siyempre sa hospital talagang yan, kailangan
Mm.
yan. Hindi natin yan kasi 24 hours talaga din ang kanilang operations.
Okay po. Ma'am, meron pa po kaming next question. Ito naman po, since galing tayo sa hospital kanina, ngayon dito tayo sa DepEd. So, ang tanong
Ayan.
po ni Mr. Benty Ong, about po sa DepEd, since ang mga teacher ay may schedule na sa kanilang klase at minsan po ang mga schools na 2 or 3 shifts, pwede po ba flexi time sa kanila?
Actually, nung nagkaroon tayo ng external na webinar with our stakeholders, marami ring katanungan ng ating mga teachers na sa DepEd regarding dito sa work arrangements, if they can adopt the different work arrangements. Now, what we are saying is the work arrangements will still kumbaga it will all depend pa rin dun sa agency.
Mm.
Depende nga dun sa kanilang mandate if it can be applicable. Now, sa mga teachers ang sinasabi nila kung pwedeng mag-shifting kasi iba din yung ang work schedule din talaga ng mga teachers. Now, will differ from the DepEd kung ano yung sa kanila, i-adapt sa kanila na na work arrangement, lalo-lalo na kasi medyo pa rin, hybrid pa rin yung ibang although mostly nagkakaroon na ng mga face-to-face din na mga classes, and yung iba meron pa ring online. So, we'll look at DepEd kung ano yung kasi kailangan din magkaroon din ng guidelines kasi itong flexible work arrangement natin na policies, binigyan natin ng maraming options ang agencies so that ang agencies sila na mag-tailor fit depende kung ano yung mandates nila and functions that they perform. So, depende yan sa DepEd kung ano yung i-allow sa kanila na i-adapt na work arrangement.
Ayun, sige. Salamat po, ma'am. Nag-follow-up question kasi si Mr. Ong about it. So, ang tinanong niya is, need pa ma-intay ba ng reiteration ng DepEd? So, sir, ayan po, nasagot na ni Director
Yeah.
Sheila.
Oo.
Oo, nasagot na ni Director Sheila. So, iintay na lang po natin. Then, yung agency ang magbigay ng
Right.
resolution for that.
Okay.
Sige.
Last question po, Director Sheila, galing po kay Gamer Essentials PH. Yan, sabi niya, paano po pag 4 days na 40 hours, tapos yung 1 day dapat na rest ay gagawin daw OT ng employer, bali 5 days pa din po. Pwede ba yun? Yung parang 4 days, kukumpletuhin niya yung 40 hours, then yung rest day niya sana, itatrabaho niya as OT. Parang ganyan.
Yeah. Ang nasa general requirement naman natin, um, yung mga officials and employees that are under flexible work arrangement, as long as they are working physically or they report physically sa mga office, they can be entitled to either compensatory overtime credit or overtime pay. Now, ano pa rin yan, subject dun sa provision ng existing guidelines on overtime pay under CSC DBM Joint Circular Number 2 Series of 2015. So, pwede naman yan, subject pa rin dun sa mga requirements ng existing policies on overtime pay.
Okay. Siguro mamaya naman madadaanan natin yan. Alam ko may question regarding that. Thank you po, Director.
Ayan. Thank you rin po sa mga nag-send in ng mga comments and questions sa ating live FB page and YouTube channel. Ayan. So, Alex, talaga namang siksik na siksik sa impormasyon yung
Yes.
first part ng discussion natin. Ang dami nating natutunan kay Director Sheila. So, abangan natin yung second part kung saan aalamin natin ang ilan pang mga provisions para sa CSC Resolution Number 2200209 o ang mga policies on flexible work arrangement in the government. So, wag po kayong aalis mga kalanchis at magbabalik po kami matapos ng ilang sandali.
The Civil Service Commission, as the premier human resource institution of the Philippine government, champions the ideals of good governance and cultivates a culture of excellence in the service of the Filipino towards making every civil servant a servant hero. The CSC conducts the Honor Awards Program, or HAP, to recognize the outstanding work performance of government officials and employees. The stories of these exemplars of excellence, innovation, and passion in the government service are something that we all should be proud of.
I'm very sure that the recognition means more to our awardees, not only because of the opportunity and privilege to receive their medals and plaques from the President, but because they serve as catalysts for positive change and source of inspiration in the Philippine bureaucracy.
Please accept my congratulations, and you're walking another mile to do something for your country.
The Pag-asa Award is conferred on an individual or group of individuals for their outstanding performance that directly benefited more than one department of the government. On the other hand, the Presidential Lingkod Bayan Award is given for exceptional or extraordinary contributions resulting from an idea or performance that had nationwide impact. Finally, the Outstanding Public Officials and Employees Award, or the Dangal ng Bayan Award, is given to a public official or employee who has consistently demonstrated and observed the 8 norms of conduct. These norms are commitment to public interest, professionalism, justness and sincerity, political neutrality, responsiveness to the public, nationalism and patriotism, commitment to democracy and simple living.
Expect to pass through this world at once. Any good, therefore, that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to my fellow creatures, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. That is how I would characterize your virtues in life. It's really a virtue, sacrificing extra time to think of your fellow, aside from your regular hours. Those are the said virtue that is not present in everybody's soul, spirit.
The Civil Service Commission, making every civil servant a servant hero.
Alright. Iyan, magandang tanghali mga ka-lunchies. Welcome back again sa isa na naman nating episode dito sa ating LunChat with CSC. Ayun, no?
Ayan, kasama pa po rin natin si Director Sheila G. Acuña ng CSC Human Resource Policies and Standards Office. So, ayan, Director Sheila, marami pa po kaming katanungan sa ating second part ng discussion. So, hope na bigyan niyo po, ma-enlighten niyo po kami sa mga katanungan pa namin. Okay? So, ma'am, kanina sa comments, nung tinitignan namin siya, marami kami nakita tungkol sa overtime pay. So, ang question po namin dito, entitled po ba sa overtime pay or compensatory time off ang mga empleyado na under flexible work arrangement?
Yeah. Yun nga, no, nabanggit na natin kanina yon na under the general policies na general requirements ng policies, they can be those under flexible work arrangements can be entitled to compensatory overtime credit or overtime pay if they physically report for work or render services beyond dun sa 40-hour work week requirement. So, if they are working, halimbawa, shifting or sa compressed work week, if they report for work beyond dun sa 40 hours na required in a week, or if they render services during their rest days or scheduled days off, or kung halimbawa holiday or special non-working days, they report for work, they can be entitled for overtime pay or compensatory overtime credit, subject to the provisions of our existing rules on overtime or entitlement to overtime pay. So yan po ay nasa CSC DBM Joint Circular Number 2 Series of 2015 as amended.
Okay. Yun pala yun, Miss Rose. So,
Oo.
ayan.
Kailangan
So,
pala physical work, no? Kailangan, ma'am,
Yes.
they should report to the office. Sige
Yes.
po.
Okay.
Ayan. Okay, go
Alright.
Alex.
So, ayun po, Director. Meron po pong isang question dito kasi feeling ko ito yung isa sa fear ng mga siguro sabihin nating non-government employee na nakikinig ngayon at talagang interesado sila dito. So, hindi po ba nakakaapekto itong flexible work arrangement sa pagbibigay ng serbisyo ng mga government offices? Kasi baka mamaya ito yung takot nila na hala baka kung saan na lang kayo nagtatrabaho at hindi nyo na nagagawa yung tungkulin ninyo. So, ano po ang sagot natin dito?
Yan kailangan rin yan it's a kumbaga parang between the supervisor and the employees then that yung may malaking part ang ating supervisors to monitor the work of the employees even those under the flexible work arrangement. Kasi sinasabi natin flexible work arrangement can be adopted as long as may mga parameters na kailangan sundin, and part of that parameter is the performance standard. Kailangan clear even if under flexible work arrangement, kung halimbawa flexi place, it should be clear with the employees na meron pa rin silang kailangan target or performance standards that they have to meet. Oo. So hindi pwede na hindi sila kumbaga hindi sila nagre-report ng kanilang accomplishment. Now, merong tayong provision sa policies that at times na hindi nakakapag-deliver on a certain deadline ang employee dun part ng na agreement for the flexi work arrangement, pwedeng maging ground 'yon para i-terminate or i-stop na yung flexible work arrangement at bumalik na dun sa general work arrangement ang employee. So yun.
Okay.
So kailangan important pa din yung more than yung syempre binibigyan na ng privilege to adopt the flexible work arrangement. Kailangan there should be kumbaga nandun pa rin yung pagiging responsible to to perform.
All right. Ayan. So, babalik pa rin talaga tayo doon sa output pa rin dapat, dapat
Mm.
productive pa rin. Okay, thank you very much, Director Sheila.
Mm. So, Director, yung 'di ba kanina nagsabi tayo do'n sa DepEd na hahayaan natin silang gumawa ng kanilang internal policy, to be given to their department. So, ang tanong ko, kailangan pa po bang i-submit ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno sa CSC 'pag gumawa sila ng internal policy on flexible work arrangements?
Yes, part of the policy is that agencies would formulate their
Mhm,
internal guidelines, and these internal guidelines shall be submitted to the CSC for records and reference purposes naman. Kasi
mm,
ang internal guidelines naman will have to be approved by the head of office or head of agency, and
mm,
we'll submit na lang doon sa
mm,
sa CSC for our siyempre, for our information if
mm.
something na magkaroon ng mga issue later on, at least we are aware of the flexible work arrangement being adopted by the agency, and kung may mga concerns and issues that would arise, we can properly guide or advise the agencies on how to go about.
Alright. Thank you po, Director. And I'm sure yung mga kasama natin ngayon na nanonood sa YouTube and Facebook, alam ko meron pa silang mga questions na gusto ring masagot regarding our topic for today. So, Director, kung halimbawa po na meron pa silang mga karagdagang tanong, saan po maaaring makipag-ugnayan ang ating mga ka-lunchies?
Yes, para sa ating mga ka-lunchies that
Yes.
would that would have further queries, mga questions in their mind, pwede silang magtanong sa kanilang mga agency human resource management officers, because we all we also cascaded this. Nagkaroon tayo ng webinar for external stakeholders where it is participated in by more than 1,000 participants from the different agencies nationwide. And also, nagkaroon din tayo ng cascading of policies internally sa ating mga field, para sa ating field and regional offices. So, kung hindi pa sila satisfied sa answers ng kanilang mga HRMOs, they can
Opo.
also consult our field and regional offices.
Okay.
Mm.
Ayan, maraming salamat po, Director Sheila. Ang dami po naming natutunan sa inyo today. Thank you
Thank you
po
po,
for
Director.
accommodating us and for sharing the information for the new policy that we have. So,
Yes.
yan. So, again po, Director Sheila, meron po ba kayong final message sa ating mga viewers today?
Yeah. Thank you, sa LunChat for giving us this opportunity para at least to clarify certain matters or certain things dito sa policy. And we hope now with these policies, we are giving privileges to the government employees na para makapag-adopt or government agencies na makapag-adopt ng flexible work arrangements. This is to ensure na we are protecting the safety, the health, and welfare of our government employees, lalo-lalo na that we are now still at a pandemic, and kung halimbawa magkakaroon pa ng iba pang mga concerns on continuous public service delivery, at least the agencies now have the options to adopt this flexible work arrangement that we aim to institutionalize through this policy. And also, itong flexible work arrangement, we hope na with the adoption of flexible work arrangement, agencies now uh, can can kumbaga they have the way to have a continuous service delivery despite kung halimbawa may mga disruptions in work, so they will be able to have a continuous service delivery, and pwede nilang ipasok din to kasi sa public continuity service plan nila. So yun, and we hope na kung may mga questions pa, of course we are willing to answer those. Just email us at hrpso@csc.gov.ph, or they can also consult us nga. They can consult our field and regional offices that they can see nationwide. Thank you very much.
Yay! Thank you very
Ayan,
much,
thank you po.
Director 3, Sheila G. Acuña of HRPSO. Thank you very much po, madam.
Ayan.
Thank you din.
So, thank you po. That is it for today, mga kalunchies. So, salamat sa lahat ng sumubaybay at nakilahok sa ating episode. Sana marami kayong natutunan today. At don't forget po to keep sharing our video para mas marami pang makapanood at matuto mula sa talakayan natin ngayong araw.
Ayan, natuloy-tuloy ang serbisyong hatid ng Contact Center ng Bayan para sa inyong requests for assistance o feedback tungkol sa anumang government-related transaction. Magpadala lamang kayo ng email sa email@contactcenternangbayan.gov.ph o ng SMS sa mobile number na 0908-881-6565 o mensahe sa pamamagitan ng Facebook Messenger. I-search nyo lamang po ang Philippine Civil Service Commission.
Ayan. Again, this is LunChat with CSC, the Commission's monthly Facebook and YouTube live program where we feature the latest news, programs, policies, and advocacies of the Civil Service Commission. Magkita-kita muli po tayo sa susunod na episode ng LunChat with CSC. Kami po ang inyong host galing sa CSC Public Assistance and Information Office. Ako po si Rostea Salazar.
At Alex Diaz Tatoy, maraming salamat po sa panonood at magkita-kita po tayong muli. Salamat!
Salamat!